afternoon. Welcome to our fifth annual camp holiday celebration. It gets better and better every year. Mrs. Bruner, Mr. Tranga, Mrs. Lee, you got this place set up. Wonderful, best I've ever seen. Thank you. I am Tom Venturella, also known as Mr. D. Going? Okay. And I'm the director of the CAMP program, which stands for the CAST Apprenticeship and Mentorship Program. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce to you our guest speaker, Mr. Mike Galena. Mike is a 1978 graduate of the Minerva High School, where he was a real underachiever. In his senior year, he was captain of the football team, he was captain of the baseball team, he was captain of the basketball team, and if that wasn't enough, he was valedictorian that year. So a real underachiever, Mike is. He attended the University of Mount Union, and he majored in elementary education and a concentration in learning disabilities. He had a whole host of additional underachievements, and it's a long list, so I'll go into it. He has spent 24 years as a school administrator and 19 of those years as superintendent of the Minerva local schools and the North Canton City School System. In 2009, Mike was chosen by the Martha Holder Jennings Foundation as Ohio's Superintendent of the Year. Mike is currently the Vice President of Communications and Community Engagement for AllCare Health. He serves on numerous boards and civic organizations in and around Northeast Ohio, with a focus on Canton and North Canton. Mike lives in North Canton with his lovely wife, Annette, and he has a son, Kyle, daughter-in-law, Jessica, and two grandsons, Xavier and Cole. I'm afraid if I move, this is going to cut out. Now, I need to warn you that Mike is Okay, thank you, Adrian. Mike is a little laid back and reserved. We call him low energy Mike. Not. Does anybody have a Red Bull for Mike? All right, the coffee is ready. But seriously, I guarantee you, you will enjoy what Mike has to say. He is a great friend of Camp, CAST, the City of Canton, and Stark County. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Mike Galena.
See, he's already reeling me in, or reeling me out, one of the two. I'm going to set this right here if you don't mind. Tom, thank you for that very kind introduction. The one thing, though, he left out was that when I became a superintendent at age 33, I was 6'2", 205. This is all that's left. So I got to be getting these gigs as fast as I can. So as many as I get in, I do. I'm heading back to somebody's kindergarten class, and I'm sure in the next couple of years. So if you see me beside one of your children's little ones, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Well, thank you, Tom, for way too kind introduction. And I want to quickly take a moment beyond some of the folks that you might meet here just a little bit later. The Bruners were just wonderful help to me yesterday, coming in and getting comfortable with the environment and setting this all up. So Ken and Tabitha, could you just give us a wave? Let's give them a round of applause. I I know that at some point they'll probably be introduced again, but it gives me a chance to say thank you. We can never give enough gratitude as we are. How many of you are Cleveland Browns fans? And yeah, it aches to be here today, doesn't it? I'm smiling to say you guys really had a big choice to make. Be here or be watching the ball game. But I have to share a quick story with you. You made the right choice. I learned something this week about the State Patrol in and around the city of Cleveland. They decided to manage a new program to reduce speed in and around the city. So what they did was when they pulled a person over for speeding in the area, they gave them 2 Cleveland Browns tickets. Here was the next thing. If they pulled you over a second time, you had to use those tickets. So you guys made the right choice. You're here with us. We ate with our Browns, but most importantly, we want to celebrate something way larger than an NFL football game, or than sports in general. When you see the title up over the shoulder or wherever your best vantage point is for today's talk, I'm going to take you on a journey today that talks about championship relationships and being champs in all that we do. And that is far greater than any Cleveland Browns story. As much as we put our tongue in our cheek and smile about that. It's far greater than anything ESPN will ever put on SportsCenter. It's far greater than anything that will become hashtag MSNBC. Or hashtag the next story. Facebook, Twitter, gossip, all the things that grab us and suck us in and say that's how we should be measured. As quick as the nightly news. But the problem with that is it moves on with no depth. It's the moment that everybody thinks they should run to, be like, dress like, act like, and then that moment is gone to the next thing they can find. Whether that's People magazine or some crazy show. Today, we're going to bring you back off of all the things that mainstream media wants you to believe about being a championship person, and we're going to move it to the curb and very quickly touch your heart and soul with the things that you bring that are championship-like. So as that narrative goes on around us, in its most funny way about the Browns, and then we move our way off of that to whatever you're going to read in the news or fuss with on social media later, I want you to kick it to the curb for a little while today. I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most, taking you through a championship journey that is yours, and how to become a lifetime champion no matter where you are. Ageless, genderless, timeless. Even a little short guy, or the largest of large in our area, can deliver through our heart and soul in a great big way. So what we're going to do is celebrate you, and this whole thing around Cast into Camp, and what you've been doing, the things that are so cool that you had to say yes to. You were already started on a championship mission. And then what I'd like you to do, students, right now, give a fist bump to the people that came with you. Boom, right now, right around the side. Fist bump with the people that came with you. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely, and here's why. It takes a relationship that surrounds you to do the right thing so that you can multiply it to the next relationship. So those fist bumps are powerful because they're in your presence. They're in your world. They're sending you energy. They're causing you to be that best version of you that you can be. So we don't do it alone. So when I quickly share up here being champs and all that you do, be prepared for me to take you on a championship journey that has nothing to do with the trophy, the news, or ESPN. It's got to do with the hearts and souls that touch you and where you go. And oh, by the way, it might follow into your sports, into your work world, into your family world too. So there's the setup for us as we begin the journey. Thank you very much. What I want to do is actually spend a little bit of time on using the sports theme like a big jumbotron. So maybe you were at the Browns game or you were in some big arena, but we're going to now celebrate the journey that you need to be on to win that championship. So you see up in front of me is a great big jumbotron that you could picture being over a big field, a big stadium. And the first thing I want to do is share with you, we're going to give you a pep talk today about how to use that. But look how cool those letters are. P-E-P, pep talk. But oh, do they unbundle in a cool way. Preparation. That's what you guys have been doing. You've been managing your school and then spending time in camp on all kinds of neat things that are powerfully set up for you to prepare to rise above, to separate yourself from the rest of the competition. Then you take a look at the E. Can you execute what Tom and his wonderful team have surrounded you with? And then finally, where's your heart and soul? There's your passion. It's the coolest thing. So you want a pep talk, you just have to think, am I prepared? Can I execute it? And do I put my heart and soul into it? Notice how cool that is. Doesn't matter where we live, where we come from, male or female, none of that matters. As long as we give ourselves the right pep talk. Are we prepared? Can we execute what we've done? And do we throw our heart and soul into it? And that can be the next best thing that you do tonight, or a big project, or a workshop. When you anchor to pep talk, it's amazing how your best God-given skills and talents show up. They come out of there as a result. So let's take a look at how you get there. What's the winning equation? First thing I'm going to take you through is, which voice do you hear? Will I be able to? And you fill in the blank. Will I be able to land that job? Will I be able to get that spot at that college level? Will I be able to manage my connection with my coach? Will I? And you notice how weird that energy feels. It gives it away to somebody else to control. Versus, look at the next spot. I will. I will, and fill in the blank. I will execute the next play called if I'm a ball player. I will show up on time. I will use my very best eye contact, handshake, and dress in the next context that I have that might land me a job. All the things that you've been doing through camp, manage through this pep talk into the voice that you hear in your head. It's your self-talk. Folks are going to try to jam your signal. Oh, they're going to Twitter you away, or text you away, or send the next little picture on Facebook to cause your voice to move off. Will I look like that? Will I hit that number? Will I? Ignore that noise. Right away say, I will, and fill in the blank with the next thing you can control. The very next thing you control, which is a handshake, eye contact, caring soul, helping somebody up, lifting them up. And no better season than now to understand about gift giving. And I don't mean wrap presents. I mean all about the gifts you already have that become present to people. Absolutely which voice. Program your brain to always go to I will. And that doesn't matter if you're 3 years old or 33 or 83. I will fill in the blank for you. The next one is next play mentality, which means we're going to goof it up. We're going to have errors. We're going to miss things. Things aren't going to come to us comfortably. We're going to have that next trauma or tragedy in our family, or the next thing that hits us with our work. Next play mentality. I will figure out what I get to do next. I control the next move, whatever that is. Or you can be almost paralyzed to not move at all. But that means your best skills and talents aren't in play. Move on to next play mentality. What is it you control? Get right to it. Right now, I will fill in the blank, next play mentality. And finally, lean on me. You need to know who that is in your life that you can lean on. It could be a group that's right here. It could be family. It could be your BFF. However that rolls for you, you need to know what your lean on me is. It could be your church. It could be your neighborhood. It could be something in a class. But you got to have that lean on me resource, because we can't do it alone. We are not set up to do it alone. Humans are highly relational. That's why missionaries can do great work Southeast Asia, Africa, inner city Chicago. Because as soon as you get rid of your title, it is all about our relationship. That's the power of lean on me. They don't care about the stuff if they connect to your heart. And they'll give you their very best, just like you will give their very best back. So when you use this winning equation, very quickly, which voice? The I will. Moving right into next play mentality as stuff rolls. And then finally, who's your key person? Lean on me. It is amazing what energy starts to stir around you on whatever it is you're attacking. Raising a child, managing a household, taking time to be that best ball player that I can be, or that very best brother or sister. Ageless, timeless, genderless. Go back to the missionary. That's what they're doing over and over and over again. So that Jumbotron jumps right into, how do I get there? What's my job? Well, we're going to take you through what the word champs really means. And I'm going to bump into your heart with each one of them, because it's where your energy comes from. We want to be champs, creating lifetime championships, not ESPN Sports Center stuff that is fleeting, not at MSNBC that's fleeting, not that next tweet that's fleeting. We want something to go deep. So let's be a championship person. Here we go. First one, letter C of the word champs stands for courage. You have to be able to step in, be present, and say yes. You have to step in because life's moving by at its own speed. If you don't step in, you're on curve. So the courage is, yes, I'm in, whatever that means for you. The next one is H for heart. Your heart is your motor. Once you've stepped in, what causes you to stay in? It's the passion word. Is my heart in this? Because you know when it's not, or when it's halfway in, how bad it can get. Or how great it can be when somebody's going by you with more heart. Next one down, attitude. It's in the middle of the word because it's the glue. It holds everything together, the presence of attitude. And I don't mean the attitude where they say knock the toot off. I don't mean that. What we mean is what you bring every day that causes it to be better. Does it lift it up or does it tear it down? You choose it. You choose it with your voice tone, with your handshake, with how you treat others. Your attitude is your glue. It allows your courage and heart to stay in, and it also lets you stay motivated to do whatever it is you're chasing. And all of you youngsters are chasing something pretty cool in here, or you wouldn't have jumped on camp. You wouldn't have stayed with camp. Parents, the fist bump was important because you had to say yes too. And folks had to stay energized with it. That's the motivation. Now we're going to go to the P. Perseverance. This means, can you do it today? Can you do it in May? Can you do it next August? Can you do it around the bend again when life's seasons attack you? And seasons of life are not weather. They can be weather, but it's not what I mean. The seasons of life are things that hit you, that cause you to move and do and happen. You see those letters up front, CH, AM, PS, if you unbundle those and show courage, heart, keep the attitude in the game, stay motivated, persevere, this last one is your power. Are you willing to be selfless and sacrifice for the better of others? Are you able to put your best skills and talents in so that others will rise up? You see, it's in the giving that you receive. And the power of that means if I help lift folks up, somehow it'll come along with me as well. And I may not know the time or the hour, but I know it will happen. Because the championship side of you is in play. Notice this won't be on SportsCenter tonight. There'll be a championship of a different thing. There'll be something on the news tonight that they're lifting somebody up about some real great event. It's not going to have the depth that you can bring. Courage, heart, attitude, motivation, perseverance, and sacrifice play into your championship role. Now I'm going to bring it home for you to give you some pictures to let your brain suck this in even more, and then I'll wrap it up. When you take a look at success and significance, you're saying, all right, little Mike up here, speaker today, you've given me a nice little feel for this championship thing. How do I know it's going to be successful? How do I know if it's going to be significant? Will it have depth? When I leave here today after the party's over, and I get to use it, how do I know? Well, I'm going to show you some quick things that'll make this brain suck this in and have a picture. First thing I want you to say is take a look at this picture of success. And I want you to lean left or right real quick for 15 seconds and just share with someone across from you or beside you. When you see that picture of success, what's the first thought that comes to your mind about success? What's the first thing? First thing that comes to your mind about success. I'm going to bring it back in 15 seconds. First thing that hits you. Awesome. Bringing you back. Reason I have to bring you back too fast is you know the teacher in me. If I let you visit too long, I never get you back. So it's a good thing that we do 15 seconds and then roll back in. Here's what I heard as I would put my ear out to the floor. Things like achieving a goal, being the best, finding my way to a number, getting there. A successful camp had a certain goal for you, didn't it? A successful internship, a successful connection to whoever it was you were working with, JRC or every place else in between. But now I'm going to give you a different picture. Significance changes the narrative a little bit. For those of you that it's a little hard to see, that's one of those tough mudder races where they got to climb through the mud and get all around stuff, and now they're trying to go up the front of this skateboard thing. They're reaching down, pulling them up. Very quickly, for 15 seconds, share your first impression of significance with that same BFF that you just shared with. Ready, go. Significance. What's your thought? Even seeing some high fives, so some of you are hitting some pretty good spots out there. Let's bring you back. I'll bet you started to have some conversations around, hey, you know what, that success thing, that was about my goal, or me getting there. How about the significance side? It had everything to do with somebody else. You're reaching down and pulling them up when they need it the most in their race of life. Might not be convenient for you at the top, but boy, somebody down there is looking up at you. Are you able to reach down and pull up with your champs? Can you show the courage, the heart, attitude, motivation, perseverance, and be sacrifice-oriented to pull them up? I want you to know something about this picture. That young lady that's being pulled up there, those guys aren't even on her team. That's how selfless they were. They saw the struggle, and they were willing to reach down and pull up even when it wasn't convenient for them. Can you do that in your daily life journey? That could be a hallway conversation that you see going bad. It could be something on Saturday afternoons. You say, hey, that person looks like they need me just for a minute. Can you step into space and be a champ? Notice the difference, success, significance. Now I'm going to take you through a couple other words. Being a team member, there's a little baseball, you know the baseball story you heard about me. I had to put some baseball stuff in here. Team member, you see them all assuming a role there. 15 seconds, first thing that strikes you when you see that picture having to do with a team member. What's that mean to you? Ready, go. Team member, first thing that hits you when you see that picture. Guys are nailing it. I said, listen to the chatter, you're nailing it. All right, let's bring you back because you're really getting comfortable with your BFFs out there now. So it's cool. Team member, you take a look. You probably heard stuff like, got a role to play, have a position, I'm responsible to others. Somehow I connect to the job, being that championship person. But now I want you to look at this picture. Look at that picture. And very quickly share, a teammate, based on what you see there, share what that first impression is that you have of that picture. Ready, go. Awesome. Going to bring you back. Those 15 seconds go fast. Gotta love that picture. I have to give you full disclosure. You see this little guy way out here on the far end on the right? I'm going to run up here real fast. This guy right here? That's the team I played on last May. That's a picture of me. No, just, I could fit that though. Almost like me. Right away you said, okay, little Mike up front here. I get this now. Team member, I nailed it about my role, responsibility, but boy, look at that teammate. I'm really connecting to those around me in such a way that the energy spills back and forth. We lift one another up, we pick them up. We do something with that energy, say, come on. Just like you'll do with your camp when you're finished. The great mentor that stays with you, that calls you every couple weeks, that checks in with you. Do you do that in your life with others that you consider your lean on me? Remember our equation earlier on, which voice? Next play, lean on me. Take a look. Now I'm going to put it together as I bring my talk home to finish. We're going to put all four of them together, just like you had a chance to see. We talked about success, then we certainly talked about significance. Then we moved over there with that team member gig, and then we went to teammate. You nailed all those conversations, and you noticed the difference in those pictures and in your conversation. Watch what I'm going to do with this screen that brings it home. Can you get significant teammate behavior into your daily interactions? I'm going to bring it back. Can you get significant teammate behavior into your family, into your locker room, into your church, into your classroom? If you can do that, your championship energy is now swirling. Because there's no way, if you can't reach down, pull up, and hook up with somebody, that they don't want more of that. As a sister, as a teammate, as that buddy down the street. This is life in a championship way. And when you do this really, really well, watch what happens to other team members and to your success. You see what happened? Show you again. Other team members and success find you. You'll wonder why you got that job over somebody else when you interview. Your significant teammate behavior started showing up. You'll wonder why you got that scholarship ahead of somebody else, because everything on paper looked about the same. Your significant teammate behavior showed up. You'll wonder why you get that particular date or that particular relationship, because everything else looked the same. Your significant teammate relationship became championship-like. You see, folks want courage. They want heart. They want attitude. They want to stay motivated with you, persevere, and certainly sacrifice this way. If you can take these two pictures side by side and cause you to do something with it in your life, wherever you are, the next touch with somebody that you have today, it will be amazing what your response is from them. Then all of a sudden, their best skills and talents are in with you, around you, and you've got a chance for a championship effort going on all the time. The more we stay here, the better our chances are of being championship people. And that's what we want reported. We want your life to have those little events like this to be able to celebrate championship efforts. Not just with the gold ball, or not just with the national championship trophy. Those come and go. What does not is what thumps you right here into your heart and soul to cause your head to do something with it. So I'm going to end with a story to give you a hope and meaning around this picture, but I want this picture to burn into your mind to say, how can I be that championship person? Here's how. This little guy, Spencer, 8 years old. He asked his mom if he could go out in the backyard and hit the baseball around just for a little while before supper. You can picture this. Mom says yes, but you got to stay in the yard. So he takes his bat and ball out. She's watching out the back window. Spence throws up the first one, takes a great big healthy cut, boom, misses badly. He picks it up again, mom's still watching. He picks it up this time, fixes his batting stance just a little differently, swings, boom, misses. Picks it up the third time, throws it up. This time he counts out like 1, 2, 3, boom, misses. He never hits the ball the whole time. Never once. Mom calls him in. So here comes Spencer in for supper. You can picture this. He bounces in the back door, sets everything down, sits down. Mom says, Spence, how'd it go out there, man? How'd it go? She saw the whole thing. Spence takes a sip of water, sets it right back down, looks right at his mom, and says, Mom, I think I'm going to be a pretty good pitcher. Makes you smile, doesn't it? Just that much. Because what Spence did was turn the narrative. What was success? Hitting the ball. But very quickly he came back in and said, but I got some skills and talents here that could really be good, because I couldn't hit a thing I was throwing. Not one. Not one. That's how I want you to step out of this event today and back into life. You're going to think you need to be a championship person, which you think is hitting it out of the park. One good pitch at a time with courage. One good pitch at a time with heart. One good pitch at a time with attitude to hold it together. Stay motivated, that's the next pitch. P, persevere, keep pitching. And then sacrifice, sometimes you gotta turn the narrative to make it be about somebody else, not about you. Boy, when we do that, championship stuff starts falling. All of a sudden, we're a significant teammate. Then we land that job, we have a really cool relationship in our families, school starts to work its way into play, and you thought there had to be some magic silver bullet. It's never been about that. It's never been about the trophy. It's been all about the journey. Be championship people along your journey. And I got a good bet with this group, you're well on your way because of what you guys have set up. So as I step away, the little guy's going to get out of the way. A little bit like the kicker on a football team. You know, the little guy kicks off and then runs out of the way and lets everybody else do the work. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let you celebrate championship efforts. And I simply feel it, that I'm just reflecting your very best right back to you, and I stirred it up just a little bit. Go be champs. Thank you all very much.
Okay,
Low energy Mike. Mike, you do have a whole room full of champions here. Okay. And this man is as beautiful inside as he is out. And his, just his bio and what I read about him speaks volumes. So thank you so much. We feel it, and we will try to take those lessons along the journey. Thank you very much. Please give him another round of applause. So last year we tried something different, and I shut off for a while, and we invited up the students, and the feedback was absolutely terrific. So we're going to do that again, and please welcome, and I believe in this order, we're going to go with Brianna first, Jacob second, Jennifer, then Diana, and Chelsea. Would you all come up? Brianna first.
Hi, my name is Brianna Gavesu, and I'm a junior at early college. And, well, Mr. Venturella emailed me and told me that he wanted me to speak, and I was very nervous, and I really didn't know what he wanted me to say, but, you know, I'm up here. So, I plan on going to The Ohio State University whenever I graduate high school, and I plan on double majoring in business and psychology, and pursue a career in industrial psychology and hopefully work in human resources so that I can help people and just make a difference in the world, because that's what I want to do. And that's what I think camp does for people. And that's why I really enjoy being a part of this program, because if it wasn't for camp, I wouldn't have the job that I have right now. And I work at Glenmore, and it's a great place to work because I've made so many connections, and it's just amazing. I meet new people from different backgrounds every single day. I have people that give me their stories and tell me new things about them that I didn't even know. I've met people from everywhere you can even imagine. And it's just a great opportunity. And I feel like camp is just amazing. And if anyone's here that's not in camp but would like to join, I really recommend it because it gives great benefits. Not even just for jobs, but for the relationships that you will build with people that you'll meet here. It's just great. Thank you.
Hello. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jacob Bowling. I currently attend Kent State, and I'm majoring in finance. So I know a lot of us are going to come up here and thank camp, and I know I'm extremely thankful for camp. I wouldn't be able to get up here and talk to people like I am now. I wouldn't be in the position that I am. I wouldn't be as comfortable I am today. I just want to take like a moment to talk to some of the people who are just joining camp or like are in camp right now, and I just want to say that this program, it's what you make it, okay? You can get in and coast along and not do as much, and I mean, you'll get a book bag and a portfolio, but like, those are just tangible things. The intangible things that you get with this program are being able to come up here and be comfortable and talking to all of you people, the networking that you make. If anything, you might, if you work hard enough, you can get internships, you can get valuable work experience. I just want everyone to know that like, this program is a lot and people put a lot of work into it, and it's because you also have to put the work back into them. You need to show that you are actually working to progress yourself because that's what they want. They want to see that you are progressing as a person. So I just want to thank everyone that's here. I'm glad to be around some of the friends that maybe I haven't been able to see in a while. And I just want to thank Mr. Sage, Venturella, the Bruners. You guys have been a huge part of my life, and I thank almost everything to them. So thank you guys.
Okay. Is Jennifer here? Jennifer Herbert? No? Diana?
Hello, my name is Deanna. I'm a junior at Early College. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday so far. Campus provided me with so many different things. My whole high school experience has become something else than I ever imagined that it would be. Last year we were offered a free driver's education, and I wasn't planning on getting my driver's license until I turned 18, so that I didn't have to pay for my driver's ed. And camp provided me with a free education. And then they also helped me find a car, which was amazing. I wasn't planning on getting a car either until I turned 18. So now I can drive and I didn't have to worry about that. They also provided me with experience in job interviews, which I really needed, and they also helped me get an interview with Glenmore. I lifeguarded with them over the summer, and I'm planning on lifeguarding with them again next summer. It also helped me get experience with other people outside of just this general area of Canton. Working at Glenmore, I got to speak with people from all over the area of Ohio that they come in and stay at the hotel or just come to visit as a guest. And yeah, it's just provided me with so many different things and opened so many opportunities, and it's really great for all the new people that haven't experienced everything that I have so far with this program. You're in for a great experience.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Wyant. I am currently a freshman at Kent State. I actually changed my major this semester from nursing to early childhood education. It was a big step for me. Talking to Mr. V and Miss V, it became somewhat easier. I was stressed out at the beginning of the semester about what I was going to do, because when I chose nursing, I felt primarily pushed to do it because there will always be a job in it. But as I started the semester, I realized it was something that I wouldn't want to do. Like, even though I love helping people, it wasn't where my heart is. I love helping children, and I love helping older people, which is where the JRC Learning Center and the Adult Daycare Center came in to me with camp as my primary job. I went from working at a fast food restaurant to working full-time at an adult learning center this summer, and it was an amazing experience. And it made me realize that I love watching people relearn. Like the adults, some of them have Alzheimer's disease and they forget things, but they love relearning and playing games. And camp made me realize that I want to do something where I'm helping someone learn, hands-on, and getting to watch it click and ignite. So I want to thank you, Mr. V, Ms. V, Mr. Thompson, for the job at JRC. I love learning there. I love getting to meet everyone. And take advantage of the camp program. When I came in, I was like, oh, I'll just go, I'll waste a Sunday. But you're not wasting Sundays. The job, like I said, going from fast food and getting minimum wage to working a full-time job with benefits where Christmas was off and you got paid, it's amazing. They helped me get a car. So take advantage. Everything that you can get help, because the world is hard and we have all watched the economy change. So take advantage of everything you can get, no matter how big or small, and have a happy holidays, everyone.
So, how great was that? I probably should just drop the mic and say, let's go eat, right? But I don't know. Our camp elves aren't ready yet, are they? Where's your hat, Bruce? I do have to thank some people, because you cannot do what we do on an annual basis without a whole lot of help. And I am so blessed to have an operating committee that just keeps giving and giving and giving. That old saying that it takes a village, it really does. We do this on a financial shoestring, but that's because we choose to do it, because what we find with this program, when we have passion, both from the volunteer side and from the student side, that's what drives this program. And similar to what Mike was saying, power is in that passion. And you can go through walls as students, and certainly we've gone through some walls as a camp organization. So I do need to thank some people. I'm going to start with my operating committee, and I'll read all the names, and at the end, if you'd all just stand and please recognize them. Mr. Dennis Drennan, Dr. Lauren Petrie, Bruce DePietro, one of the elves over there, Susan Shearer, Beth Starrett, Diane Meiser, Debbie Myers, Ron Wolkoff, John Sypak, Marcia Cousins, Kaylee Aston, Jim Sage, Mark Savodio, Eric McKim, and Kay Lisher. Please stand up and give them a round of applause. I have a new right arm this year, and Mrs. Bruner just kind of moved over to my left arm because she does have a full-time job, but I have a new right arm, and he is my assistant director, and we're so fortunate to have him. You all know him very well. That's Mr. Dennis Tranger. Please stand up, Dennis. This young lady is a 2014 graduate from the Early College High School. She's a graduate of Malone University. She's a graduate of the CAMP program, and now she's the first Early College High School student on the CAMP operating committee. Miss Justine Chester, please stand up. The hardest working educators I know, the perfect husband and wife team, the best principal in the world, Mr. and Mrs. Ken and Tabitha Bruner. Thank you so much. A couple of special guests that I'd like to welcome. Dr. Carolyn Long. Where are you, doctor? Could you please stand up?
She's right here. Right here. Over here.
Dr. Long, I don't know if you noticed, but we have probably double or triple the number of students attending Walsh University, and many of them are sitting right over here. There they are. They're pumping their fists over there. Thank you for all you do with admissions and everything. From the Crenshaw Middle School, Mr. Spencer Garrity, please stand up. Spencer was a teacher at Crenshaw. We had the distinct honor last week of interviewing quite a few of your students to come into the Early College High School program, and I got to tell you, you're doing a fine job. He is one of our wonderful employers. 2 years ago, we did not have any employers at J.R. Coleman. Now, in our audience, I believe there are 5 students here who have worked at J.R. Coleman, either in the preschool part of it or the Adult Day Center. And he's a great friend of the CAMP program. If you don't know J.R. Coleman, I would encourage you to look it up on the website. They do some absolutely terrific work. Mr. Tom Thompson. There is a campaign to possibly build a brand new preschool on the south side of town, and if that goes through, I'm sure we'll be looking at even more students working at such a wonderful place. So thank you, Tom. Our camp alumni is a very special bunch of students. We appreciate you staying engaged with the program. We track them all through college, whether they like it or not. And if they don't answer me, I stick Mr. Sipek on them or somebody, and we threaten them. But no, thank you for allowing us to be part of your lives as you go through college. And we so much enjoy watching you grow. Would all of our alumni stand up? There's a bunch today. We relaunched our technical camp program this year, and I'm so excited. We've got some tremendous students in technical camp. The program is run by Debbie Myers, Diane Miser, and Beth Starrett. Would all of our technical camp students and the staff please stand up? And the most precious to me, my beautiful wife, 39 years, who tirelessly supports me in the camp program and everything else I do. My wife, Leslie, Mrs. V. Now, if I left anybody out, I apologize. There is another special guest who has allowed us to do what we do for the past 5 years. And in addition to gathering the support of all the volunteers, if I did not have the support, Mr. Bruner and I did not have the support of the Canton City District, School District, we would not be doing this. I mean, he has supported us from everything from several students. We've rearranged their schedules on the technical campsite to do some internships at Timken, one most recently at West Medical. How about getting the grants and giving away free driver's education? You think he wouldn't like to do that for the whole district? You think some other kids, when they hear about it, don't kind of look at you and say, well, hey, what about me? He really has supported us all the way through administration with Mr. Trenga this year, and I can't thank him enough. And I'd like to ask him to come up and say a few words. Mr. Adrian Allison, your superintendent.
Good afternoon and happy holidays to everyone. It seems like I'm standing between you and dinner, so I'm going to be really brief. First of all, Mr. Galena, what a fantastic message for all of us, not just the students, but for all of us. I confess that when you were talking, I started thinking about where champions are made and success is tradition. And I started to think about who are champions in this room. And I started thinking about all those people that helped make this possible. Like Tom Venturella and his wife. You want to talk about champion community partners. Incredible people. The whole steering committee. Those people are champions. And the reason why they're champions is because, as Mr. Galena said, they're this. for our students. There it is. Great teammates. Come alongside you, support you when you need it. And so I want to spend my last 30 seconds having you all make sure you truly give them the round of applause that they deserve. Thank you. As I take my seat, I cannot let it go without commenting on the students who spoke. And I watched students speak, but what I also watched was other students rooting for other students while they were speaking. To me, that's what this is all about. It's about coming together and supporting each other. Because as one of the speakers said, this thing called life, it can be tough. But man, when you got somebody cheering for you, what a difference it makes. To the parents, thank you for cheering for your kids. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for just making sure that they know that they're cared for and loved. Have a great, great holiday. Thank you.
So, just a couple of words about this year camp. We pride ourselves on the fact that we do not take on more than we can handle. We are grounded in whatever we do undertake, we make sure that we execute 110%. This year, just to highlight a couple of things, we had 26 summer apprenticeships and internships. Now, that's actually down from last year, we had 29. But it's up from, obviously, year one where we had 7. We don't grade ourselves on apprenticeships. We actually will go out and we will secure as many jobs as we need to. I would be more than happy to look for 100 this year, if that's what it'll take. The students show us that they're ready. They show us that they want it. They work on their skills while they're in the program. I think Jacob said something like you can come in and cruise through the program. Well, you know, cruising through the program means different things to different people, but we don't kind of hand a lot of stuff out, kind of earn it, and we make it available if you want it bad enough. So we're pretty proud of that. 12 of those jobs, by the way, continue today for students that are either in high school or in college. So those are not just summer jobs. They've actually morphed into year-round jobs, which is fantastic, and what a great opportunity. And every single job that we have is in a great working environment and a great safe environment, which we pride ourselves on. We had 44 students, camp and early college, not just camp, but also early college students, receive free driver education training. That was from a grant from the Sisters of Charity and the Stark Community Foundation. And we'll be sending some more students this year. We don't have that many to give out, but it was a terrific program. 10 of those students, as far as we could tell, would not have had the jobs they had because SARTA did not, it was not on the route to get to those jobs. So having driver's education and a license was really a key to securing that work. So again, very important to those students. We established a partnership with Young Stark Leaders. That is a group, used to be a Chamber of Commerce, it's now out of the United Way. Marcia Cousins, retired principal, she was running this program. We actually had 12 young professionals. They're all 25 to 35 that work in Stark County. And we did a speed career networking. It was a fantastic session, right? Right, Sage? Yep. Channing. And we're engaging with them because us old people standing up here, the white hairs, preaching is only going to last so many years. And obviously, bringing people like Justine in, getting young professionals involved is our way to infuse some young talent and energy into the camp program. We also had college visits. We successfully executed 6 college visits in Northeast Ohio. I think 4 were fully attended and 2 were kind of moderately attended. For those of you that are juniors this year, and heads up to the sophomores in this program, you will be going to all 8 schools next year during summer Fridays, your senior seminars. Mr. Bruner will tell you more about it during the summer, but we are determined to make sure that our students can at least visit these campuses and see them, and it makes the world a difference. So you'll hear more about that from Mr. Bruner. So in 2018, we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to continue with the summer, focusing on the summer apprenticeships. My work begins starting probably next week. I have appointments with key people in the community, people like David Baker at the Hall of Fame, looking for jobs. I was just approached tonight with an opportunity by one of our leaders, and so those opportunities exist. I will be keeping track of them, and then we'll start interviewing our students, our juniors and seniors, in January and February, and working on their profiles and resumes to have them ready. So that's the system, and that's the timeline we're on. We're going to build on those young leaders. They want to be engaged in camp. We're going to let them be engaged. We're going to let them be liaisons and mentors and career people, places where they're employed that our students can shadow and find out what jobs are like, and come and do career development and training. So these young leaders is really a resource that we're going to tap into, and I think it's a gold mine. I told you about the college visits. And lastly, and I'm extremely proud to announce that we have some very, very generous individuals that have made donations, and we will officially start the Camp Scholarship Program this year. It will start in 2018, so you seniors, you will be eligible for it. The board will be formed in January. That board will get the details out to all of you, how many scholarships, how much, renewable, so on and so forth. But that's an unbelievable addition to the camp program, and another enhancement and reason why you want to be in camp. I'm going to ask Mrs. V to come up because I don't think I can finish this.
Mr. Venturella prepared a message, and I wanted to share it with you. Just a few short weeks ago, I lost one of my dearest friends, Mr. Richard Millarco. I watched him battle cancer for the past year and a half, and believed every single day that he would live this terrible disease. You see, he did beat it about 14 years ago, and was able to witness his 4 grandchildren grow to ages 5, 7, 12, and 16. His nickname was Rock, and he was tough as nails were necessary, but a warm, beautiful person on the inside. We laughed together, cried together, golfed together, served, vacationed, played poker, smoked cigars, went to the Masters, watched Ohio State, and worked on camp together. Just a few short weeks ago, camp lost one of its dearest friends. He loved working with his students who were engineering majors and served as a key liaison and mentor. He He led the Engineering for a Day program and Stark County Engineer Dinner initiatives for our students. He single-handedly wrote the grant to secure 5 years of free laptops for our graduating seniors from the Timken Foundation. He wrote the grants that secured free driver's education training for 75 students. He created all the decks that Mr. Bruner and Mr. V utilized when presenting to all the Big 8 colleges, and every deck that was used in presenting camp to prospective employers. This message isn't meant to bring anybody down, but instead to use today to celebrate Rich's wonderful life. He is forever connected to Early College High School and camp. Therefore, in his honor, our first camp scholarship from 2018 will be given in his name. Certainly only a small token of recognition of what Rich meant to all of us, but a heartfelt attempt to keep his beautiful spirit alive. On behalf of your camp family, rest in peace, dear Rock.
Okay, looks like the elves are ready. I still don't see their hats, honey. Where's the elves' hats? I need to see Mr. DePietro in a hat. We need a picture of that, Mr. Sypek. Before I bring Jack Pearson to give us a blessing before this wonderful meal that's been prepared, a couple of housekeeping. Just as last year, all camp students and all technical camp students, as soon as we break after Jack's blessing, you all come up here. We're going to clear this. We want to get our annual picture. So technical camp students and camp students, please, all come up here. All the families, that's the time you can lose your kids, get on the buffet line, get something to eat, and please help yourself. Students, when you're done with the picture, move over to the right. We have some recognition gifts for you for the holidays for this year, 2017. And I think that's it for housekeeping. So students, thank you for your dedication to personal and professional development, because that's what you are doing, dedicating yourselves to that personal and professional development. To parents and guardians, thank you for entrusting your children with us. We promised to take care of them 5 years ago. We hope we're doing a good job. And on behalf of Mr. Bruner, the camp program and my operating committee, I wish you a very blessed Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating, and please have a safe and healthy New Year. Jack, where are you, Jack?
If we bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, how grateful we are to have this chance once again to commune and unite with these individuals here. Father, we ask that you bless this food and make it nourishing to our bodies, Lord, and take all the impurities out, Lord Jesus. And we ask this in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I'm going to take a picture. Sorry.
Okay, students, come. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Are you going to get their picture, get them off school really up there? I'm going to take a picture of Elsa and I'll be here.
You don't know who I am. My name's John Sypek. I just wanted a couple minutes, a couple seconds, really. I think we owe this man a great round of applause for all that he does for this program. I just want to say, you know, I have a dream of retiring one day, but if I retire to do what he does, that's not what I want to do. Because he puts in 35 to 50 hours a week on this program. I speak to Mr. Venturella probably 2-3 times a week, and every week I get amazed about what he has accomplished once again in terms of his love, and he truly brings a servant attitude to all of you. Mr. Venturella doesn't do this for him, he does it for each and every one of you. And his passion is all about your success and you becoming champions, as Mr. Galena talked about. So, Tom, thank you very much. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and let's have a great dinner. Thanks, Tom.
All right, students, come on up. Everybody else help yourself, please.
Okay, we're going to get one picture all together, please. If the camp students can listen up. We're going to have all camp students and graduates together. Then we're going to do all camp students together, all tech camp students together, then all grads. Y'all can help us with that. We're going to try to get it together for you here. All camp students now, we're going to do all current camp students. If you're a graduate or technical camp, can you just step to the side for a second, and then we're going to get all current camp students. Okay, now all technical camp students, please come up to the stage.
I brought my group with her.
Okay, please, all grads, all camp grads. camp grads please come up too?
Where's Miss Whiteback? Thank you.